In the immortal words of Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is Kydele, chosen of Crewfix. So let's take a look at the partner mechanic, its origins, its storied history, the good, the bad, and the immensely powerful, and of course the ugly. And if you like ugly, like, subscribe, leave a comment, brother. If you want to support the channel directly, you can buy me a coffee at the link in the description. Now we're going to take a walk through time, brother. We're going to hit some of the highlights. I'll share some of my favorite partners as we descend the eons, and you can chime in the comments with your favorite partners as well. Now, partner first debuted in Commander 2016. This product was really bonkers at the time, still has some of the most powerful direct-to-commander cards printed in precons to this day. I picked up the Yidris precon at the time, which had Thrasios and Vial Smasher in there along with Kydele. I picked up some singles just on principle too, Akiri, Ludovic, Kraum. These partners are pretty open-ended. You can mix and match, as you can with today's monocolor partners, and the CEDH crowd really had a field day back then. And I was fascinated with Kydele, chosen of Crewfix. So this is 2 green and a blue for a legendary creature, human wizard, it's a 2/3, has tap, add colorless for each card you've drawn this turn, has partner. She bears the greatest burden of all, that of knowing. 4 arms, dude, you know what they say about a lady with 4 arms. More chicken francaise once you get her in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying, dude? Anyways, I built this twice, once with Akiri, once with Vial Smasher. The goal is to tutor out Umbral Mantle or Sword of the Perunes or Staff of Domination, generate infinite mana with some wheels, and blast everybody down with Meteor Shower. Stupid card from Ice Age. Or you could just use Fireball, I guess. Now, some considered these first partner commanders a design mistake. They were too powerful. They had an inherent advantage stemming from the fact that you had access to 2 powerful cards in the command zone instead of just 1. And these were some bangers, dude. Very powerful cards at the time. Fast forward to Battle Bond, a themed supplemental set that was tuned for 2-headed giant. I really love this set. Opened up a couple Diabolic Intent, but never really got any of the good partners. You know, the good ones in my book were Pyr and Toothy. And Pyr is basically hardened scales in the command zone, which would be good enough, but he increases any counters, not just +1/+1 counters, which is nuts. This guy's paired with Toothy, Fiendish Nightmare Illusion, uses all the teeth children put out for the Tooth Fairy to chew their feet off in the night. This guy just rewards card draw with counters, gets huge, and then when he leaves he draws you more cards. These two are super powerful and fun for silly Timmies out there like me. And there was also Krab and Regna. Krab being super useful as a sacrifice outlet. Has X sacrifice X creatures, target player draws X cards and gains X life. Put X +1/+1 counters on Krab the Unredeemed. He's kind of wild looking too, and of course, he's in love with an angel, dude, just like your mom, buddy. Regna is pretty useful here for token production and a life gain deck, but is a little less efficient than top tier angels in this space. And you know, Battle Bond had a couple others. I think these are pretty welcome additions to the partner lexicon. You know, people love these coin flip decks because then your opponents can take naps while you flip 100 coins and oh wow, geez, am I dead yet? You know, wake me up when a coon kicks me in the nuts. But then, like the shadow of Mordor, the dark times, a wave of plague washed over the planet. All the moms who couldn't go to Carrie Underwood concerts lost their minds. It started uninteresting cults, QAnons. We started denying all kinds of stuff. The earth became flat again, dude, which was kind of neat, I have to admit. And magic went to Ikoria. Now I'm a little biased here because I love Ikoria. There was Godzilla cards, garbage. There was Mutate, fantastic. Explaining Mutate is like trying to explain the storyline of an anime fighting game. It allows for some creativity and interesting interactions. I am a fan. We had a bunch more partner legends, all in Commander 2020. I'm going to highlight 2 pairs here. Bralin and Shabz are the world's perfect pair of creatures. Whenever you discard a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Bralin, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Target shark gains trample until end of turn for 1 red mana. This guy looks like Moana a little bit, and rides a flying shark. And he's partnered up with Shabz, who has flying. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Shabz the Sky Shark, and you gain 1 life. Has a hybrid white-blue, target human gains flying until end of turn. So you have this Jeskai Wheels deck that can infinite if you have 8 cards in hand and go to end step with Bralin equipped with Curiosity or Ophidian Eye. Or you can tutor up Smothering Tithe and wheel your life away. Now, I've killed myself more times with the Bralin combo because people have had draw punish cards on the board, you know, but it's a fun, degenerate deck that I call Squealchair because the squealing shark is like Bralin's wheelchair. Started out with a boy and his shark, and now we have a boy and his dog. Starting out with Packo, Arcane Retriever here, 3 red and a green for a legendary creature, elemental dog. It's a 3/3, partner with Haldan. He has haste. Whenever this guy attacks, exile the top card of each player's library, put a fetch counter on each of them. Put a +1/+1 counter on Packo for each non-creature card exiled this way. Now this guy partners up with Haldan, Avid Arcanist. He's 2 and a blue for a legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 1/4. So this guy, basically you may play lands and cast non-creature spells from among cards you exiled that have fetch counters on them. And you may spend mana as though we're mana of any color to cast those spells. This pairing is a Temur Silliness deck that I built, played once, became the archenemy, fought off 3 decks, and then didn't win after like hours. Everybody just scooped it up because we all had to go live our lives, dude. The deck was so weirdly resilient and stole all the good cards in my opponent's decks. It was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the deck is lost to the sands of time and exists on no deck builder as far as I know. Fast forward to Commander Legends, a renowned set with a bunch of great partner commander options, all monocolored that were paired ostensibly for draft. There were about 30 or so in this set, including the first 2 Planeswalker commanders that had partner. Like Jessica, Thrice Reborn, 2 and a red for a legendary Planeswalker. This thing enters the battlefield with a loyalty counter on it for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. Has 0 choose target creature until your next turn. If that creature would deal combat damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that damage to that player instead. -X, Jessica deals X damage to each of up to 3 targets. So this thing can be your commander, has partner. Really neat character from Magic's deep lore, dude, and a sweet card that packs some power. And you also had Tevesh Zat, the Doom of Fools. This guy's 4 and a black for a legendary Planeswalker, +2, create a couple thralls, +1, you may sacrifice another creature or Planeswalker. If you do, draw 2 cards, then draw another card if the sacrifice permanent was a commander. Has -10, gain control of all commanders, put all commanders from the command zone onto the battlefield under your control. This guy starts with loyalty 4. This guy set the internet ablaze with his ultimate. Everybody declared the end of Magic, the end of all disease and death. But I've yet to actually see it happen in a game. You know, would be very neat though. I like this character, looks like Ursula from the Little Mermaid's weird uncle or something. This set also included 2 of the most absurd partners ever printed, Sakashima of the Thousand Faces. 3 and a blue for a legendary creature, human rogue. It's a 3/1. This guy enters the battlefield as a copy of another creature you control, except it has all these abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you control and partner. This card is nuts, man. It's $30. If you have one, I'm jealous. Send it to me in the mail, please. Then of course, Obama of the East Tree, 4 green for a legendary creature, spirit. It's a 6/6 with reach. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't put onto the battlefield with this ability, you may put a permanent card with equal or lesser mana value from your hand onto the battlefield that has partner. This card is also nuts. Just play free stuff from your hand, no big deal, right? Plop out lands if you make a token. Just put your mother-in-law into play if you blink a craw worm, you know? Come on. Of course, I built the deck around it, but I'm allowed to. If you do it, forget it, man, I'm tilted. Then, you know, after all that, no lessons learned. We should know that you can't put 2 hobbits in a deck together and close the top of the deck box, dude. They reproduce like rabbits in there. You don't leave 2 partner hobbits alone in the box. You'll have baby hobbits all over the shop. Wizards is still sprinkling commanders with partners out there. We've got some Doctor Who partners out of nowhere. We got a damn chicken that came out of nowhere, dude, Francisco, the foul marauder. Then we had dinosaurs that partnered with a dude in an unholy, godless marriage that resulted in the birth of Lady Gaga. Anyways, I just wanted to make a fun little jaunt down partner lane with old Nikki G. I just wanted to say hi to you and say that I love you very much to all you bros out there. We're closing in on 10,000 subscribers. You know, when I made this channel, man, I didn't think I would get anywhere near 10,000 subscribers. So thanks for making that happen. You guys are all the MVPs there, man. And you know what? I love doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep making stupid deck techs. So go ahead, search them up, watch them if you want to. Or guess what, dude? It's a free country. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. All this stuff is free so far on the internet, man. And guess what, dude? I don't know what I'm going to do at 10,000. What do you guys think? Should I do a Patreon? Should I do like a just a membership on YouTube? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Nikki G, signing off.